This is your Sub Television. Of course, you're being tuned to Travel and Tours right here, and I am Vera Philip. Today on Travel and Tours, we're taking a look at a place that is often called the River of Five Colors. It's also called Liquid Rainbow, but most importantly, it is the most beautiful river in the world. Yes, I know I've come here and I've told you so many other lakes are the most beautiful lakes or the most beautiful ocean. This is the most beautiful river in the entire world, and you're about to find out why. Now, it is called the Caño Cristales or Cristales. It is one that, of course, catches a lot of attention because of its beautiful colors. Anyways, so much of this place makes a lot of sense and also not so much sense, and we're going to take a look at it right here on the show. Welcome to Travel and Tours. Once again, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we will be diving straight into the River of Five Colors. So don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We're talking about Caño Cristales, and it is one of the most extraordinary natural wonders on earth. Now, I might be pronouncing that in an English form. This is Colombia. So, located in Serrana de la Macarena, it is a natural park. Of course, I already mentioned that it's located in Colombia. Now, its river transforms into a dazzling display of different colors, combined of red, of yellow, green, blue, and black. Now, I know this is not what it looks like. It looks way better and more beautiful. It creates a scene that is unlike any other river that you have actually seen. Now, unlike other colored rivers, we brought to you the Pink Lake in Senegal. It's caused by pollution or minerals. It gets its vivid colors from a rare aquatic plant, making it one of the world's most unique ecosystem. So this particular one is located where the Andes Mountains, the Amazon rainforest, and also the Orinoco Plains meet. So because of this unique meeting point itself of the ecosystems creates one of the richest biodiversity hotspots in South America. Now, because of its remote location, visitors usually have to fly from Bogota to Villavicencio before you can get to Macarena. So after that, you have to continue your journey by boat across a river that is called the Guayabero River. Then you travel by a 4x4 vehicle. It's actually a long one, and then you finish with a guided hike. So to get to this place isn't easy, but a lot of people take the stress because, of course, it's adventure and it's tourism. The journey itself is part of the adventure. Now, let's talk about how this place even came about. It is one of the world's oldest landscape. The rock formations beneath this particular place belongs to the Guiana Shield, one of Earth's oldest geological formations, estimated to be more than 1.2 billion years old. Now, the river has also slowly carved channels, waterfalls, and natural pools through ancient quartzite rock over millions of years. Now, there are also years where this particular river was isolated. This river was isolated at some point, and that's because it was becoming unsafe for people. For decades, tourism was extremely limited in this place because the surrounding region was affected by Colombia's armed conflict involving guerrilla groups, especially the FARC. Now, there was a peace agreement in 2016 and it did improve the security of the place. However, the area gradually reopened to tourism under strict environmental controls, helping transform La Macarena into one of Colombia's premier eco-tourism destinations. Now, a lot of people also wonder why the river is so colorful. We've already established that there is a meeting point, and this meeting point is what gives it its biodiversity ecosystem. The stunning colors are created primarily by a rare aquatic plant that is called Macarenia clavigera. Now, the conditions are just right. The plant turns a brilliant crimson red when the conditions are right. There's also where the river's palette comes from a combination of red, right? There's a combination of red, there's a combination of yellow, which is of course the sand and the rock formations. There's also a combination of green, the aquatic vegetations, the trees you can see around it, and blue, which is the crystal clear water reflecting the sky. Now there's also black, which is the ancient rocks and shadows that you can find around the surrounding. Now, unlike algae, this plant grows only under very specific environmental conditions, making the phenomenon exceptionally rare. So it's not every time that you visit this place that you're going to see these colors. It's definitely not. There are best times to visit it where the phenomenon makes it exceptionally really rare. Now, the best time to visit this place, as timing is very important. The river displays its famous colors only when water levels are just right, and the best time for the water levels to be right is between June to November. Yes, between June to November. During this period, the river has enough water to support the aquatic plants. It also has enough sunlight that is strong enough to bring out the vivid colors. So if you go there when it's not sunny, it might be almost impossible for you to see this particular colors. So what it does is that it gives you, the sunlight brings out the colors for you to see. The red plants also reach their peak brilliance. You can see it. You can, enjoy the vegetation of this place. Outside this season, the river may appear much less colorful. As the first video where I played, you could see that the river was basically colorless, and that is what you would see. Now, aside this river, if you visit a place like this, you can always go through a hike in the national park. You can have guided trails that lead visitors to rivers, most spectacular sections. You can swim in the natural pools. There are the natural pools where you can actually swim, and of course swimming is allowed only in designated areas to protect the fragile ecosystem. The water is also remarkably clear and refreshing. You can also visit where it's called the Los Ochos, one of the river's most famous attractions. You can have wildlife watchings here, bird watchings. The park is home basically to a lot of things, so you can enjoy the sights of monkeys, the size of deer, the size of chimpanzees, giants. All of that you can enjoy right here when you visit. Jaguars, when was the last time you saw a jaguar? You can definitely see it here. So this place is a place that harbors a lot of biodiversity, especially natural biodiversity, from animals to to the river, to the vegetation, to everything. It gives you a clear picture of nature, and of course you can always enjoy photography in this place. You can have the best kind of photography right here. All right, so unlike many other rivers, this one contains very few nutrients. So as much other rivers could have salt and all of that, this one almost no algae. You can't find algae here. There are very few fish species here. They are exceptionally transparent water. The water is exceptionally transparent, so there's really nothing that you can find here so much. The river is often described as looking like liquid glass, basically, like literally it always looks that way. And of course, environmental protection. To try to preserve this fragile ecosystem, visitors numbers are limited each day. So the number of visitors that visit here limited on a daily basis. There are certified local guides that are mandatory. There is sunscreen, insect repellent, and cosmetics are often restricted before entering the river because they can harm the aquatic plants there. Now, visitors may also stay on designated trails. So these are the things you need to put in consideration when you are visiting this place. And I hope this helps. I hope this actually makes it to your bucket list anytime it is that you want to visit South America. Remember that there are places like this that you can visit. Thank you so much for joining us on Travel and Tales this morning. I am Vera Philip. Coming up next is News on the Hour. Don't go anywhere.